Let's just bring the chat here. Nope, I'm back here. Live chat. Okay, hopefully I can see the chat. First time I'm doing with this, bear with me, going live. Alright, because no one's watching me. Alright, that's fine. Alright, and if anyone's watching, it's basically I'm hungry, I'm going to make myself something to eat, and I figure why not cook and answer any questions that other people might have about Eve Echoes, the current state of the game, the current community, upcoming episode, you know, basically all of that. So, if anyone's got any questions, they can go ahead and ask. Like I said, this is my first time going absolutely live, so I don't know what's going to be shown, if I'm going to be able to see the chat or not see the chat. If it's going to appear on my screen or not, I don't know. Hopefully it will. If someone could just type something in to see if it shows up on my screen, that would be great. I'm not seeing nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes, I can see this. Good. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to make something to eat because I'm hungry. People know I cook. So, and we're going to go from there. And I'm also going to discuss some of the stuff that's going to come up on the upcoming episode. Such as our crappy servers right now. Yeah, apparently NetEase doesn't have the cash or unwilling to upgrade our server so that we can actually have good fights on our server. However, on the Chinese side server, the new server that just popped up just a few months ago, they just finished having a 1500 system cap fight with 0 lag, 0 black screens. Now, I'm told that's because they use third-party servers and proxies to get around the firewall in China, and that's why we are suffering so much loss. However, they still say it's device-ridden. It's not on their servers, it's our devices, which we all know that's bullshit. Right, so what am I cooking today? I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to have an omelet or if I'm just going to make eggs and ham. I mean, either way, all the ingredients are being used the same way. It's just how I'm going to treat those ingredients is different. So, I hope everyone's day's good. All 2 of you. So, if there's any questions or anyone that wants to ask anything, feel free. Please go right ahead. This is just me, doing something new. Not the cooking part, just the live streaming. Alright. What should we do? Should we do an omelet? Or should we just do fried eggs with the other ingredients? Which is going to be garlic dill potatoes, fried. Yes, I can see that. Bring up the chat again. Omelet. Okay, we can do a Western omelet with cheese, sauteed onions, and some fried ham cubes. Let's finish off with a side of garlic dill fried potatoes. That's a good idea. All right. What do we need first? Let's see. Let's break out all my ingredients here. So how's everyone's, it's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Sorry, I work overnights, so the days kind of sort of blend together. Oh, she's doing much better. We're making a appointment with the ENT, and her nose looks straight. Her other doctor says her nose looks great, but we should definitely follow up to see if anything. She's not having any breathing issues or anything like that, so that's always good. The little one, however, he seems to be getting congested again, coming down with something, probably getting a little sick again, a little cold. Let's see if I can. Wish there was a way to keep the chat up, but unfortunately there's not really much issue with that. So, the war is completely going lopsided now. Well, there's a reversal in fortune. This is going to be tackled on the episode. But, there was a stall in the war from Pantheon, which Pantheon fell. Actually, no one on record that one of their pauses was the announcement that Genesis was degrading all of their citadels down to one, basically, in essence, say, come bring the fight, and that gave them pause. And I think what also gave them pause was also how long it took to de-evolve all of the citadels in Pantheon. But they got bogged down. Now, since then, No has pulled out of the war, and the tide has turned. Genesis seems to be leading the war. They have killed 3 citadels, numerous outposts. The battlefront, which was being fought on the fringes of Branch, are now being brought to bear in Declan now. Now, that's not to say that Silent hasn't also been sending raiding parties and hitting structures as well. But that'll be in the episode. But due to the information I just found today about the server, hey, what's happening? Yeah, that's going to be the lead story. I mean, that's just absolute bullshit right there. I mean, here we are, we funding the game for the last year plus, and this new server has 0 issues. A year ago, we were able to have a 1,000-person fight. And yes, there was a lag, there was black screen and stuff like that, but it was actually doable. Today, you can't even go over a 250-person fight. Onions. I don't think I have any green pepper that I would add to it, but that's fine. This is a cooking breakfast. I'm not sure where you guys want the camera, if you want it faced on me, if you want it faced on the cutting board. What's happening, Void? We actually ran into a Void pilot the other night. They were battling a Silent pilot out in Branch, and yeah, they bugged out. I guess I'm not sure if they were winning the fight or not. It was just, you know, one-on-one. But as soon as our fleet showed up, they kind of buggered out, and, you know, since we're not really red to Void, you know, we obviously went for the red pilot first. So, good on you for getting out. Everyone ready for the holiday season coming up? I know I'm not. I feel like the camera would be better suited down lower on the cutting board. But that's just me. Don't mind me. Just adjusting things here. But yeah, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, anything whatsoever, just throw it up in the chat. I will respond. Other than that, we're just going to be making something to eat because I haven't eaten all day. I haven't had coffee yet either. That is definitely a necessity there. Oh, also let me know if I'm coming in clear or not. I'm using the my headpiece that I usually use during comms. But I want to make sure I'm coming in clear for everybody. Yeah, that's an onion. We got onion, we got parsley. I'm cubing up some ham to fry that along as well. Since someone said make an omelet, so I'm going to do a Western omelet. Meat and cheese, you know. This is fresh ham that we cooked the other night. And I was wondering, yes, I do cook. The dream is one day to open up my own barbecue restaurant. I love doing barbecue. I have 2 side-by-side cabinet smokers that I use often. And I do, well, up until recently, due to the pandemic, I did competition barbecue in all categories, you know, pork, chicken, brisket. Alright, so we got this, cheese in the fridge, so let's, alright, we're just going to saute up our stuff. True, true. I have no idea what that is, but obviously it sounds good. Don't know what's in it. I've never had it before. Where did I put my butter? Oh, the butter's right in front of me. See, this is what happens when you don't have coffee and you're absent-minded. You lose just about everything. Now, I'm not saying I'm a good cook. I just say I cook. I leave that other, you know... it seems I lost there for a second. My sound back? Oh, for my brisket, let's see. The brisket I do is usually smoked between 16 to 18 hours. Now, I do an injection on it when I do Texas style, yes, but I do use the Texas crutch, but a different variation of it. I use my rub. I also do an injection of an au jus sauce. Yeah, exactly. If they eat it, it doesn't make a difference. But yeah, I do inject it. Now I make a bit more of the au jus sauce because what I do with it afterwards, once it's all rubbed and it's in the smoker, after a while, when it's time to wrap it, if you do a wrap, what I do sometimes is I use a pan, put a little bit of the au jus sauce in the pan itself, and it basically braises itself in the smoker at that point. Yeah, unfortunately, I know you can't eat what I make here. I know, but you know, you have the oh crap! You'll have the satisfaction in knowing that I can. So, and I won't be hungry then because I will be eating. But, yeah. Where's my mixing bowl? But in this omelet, all we're going to do is we're going to do sauteed onions, some fried ham. I have some pepper. I'll throw some pepper in, but it doesn't look like it. However, what we could do is add some mushroom to it. No, it's just from cooking a lot. That's all. I actually grew up in a restaurant. My parents owned a restaurant from the time I was born, and growing up, I worked just about every position in there except bartender all through high school. And then later on in life, when after having, my first kids with my wife and stuff like that, I rekindled my passion of cooking. That's when I went on the whole barbecue trip, and then from there, just a learned skill, really. Not saying like Gordon Ramsay or anything like that, fine dining. So, I mean, I have done fine dining, cooking in the past, but it's not like an everyday thing. A little bit of salt to this. Pepper. Funny thing is, I watched a stream the other day of Asmongold, who, if anyone wants, he's a big streamer for Final Fantasy and WoW. Watching him cook was funny. He's never cooked, I don't think, anything in his life, and that video is actually pretty good. So basically right now, all I'm doing right now is I am sauteing up my onions. I'm adding my ham to the pan. We're going to fry that up, and then we're going to add some mushrooms to that. And then we're going to put that off to the side. Well, Casper, didn't you guys hit us the other night? Like, structured? Like, a couple nights ago? The night that, like Silent lost 3 Citadels? So, how's everyone's week going so far? I know we're midweek right now. So, it looks like the new core is out. The new Ascension core, which is basically the Dark Halos reskinned core. Dude, there were so many years I cooked with an electric stove, and I tell you, cooking with an electric stove is a lot different than cooking with gas, I will say that. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, by the way. And the new episode should be up within the next 2 days or so. I'm going to record in a little while, probably after I eat. I'm going to add these mushrooms in. And what I like to do is, when doing an omelet, is I add some of this right into the egg batter. And then this way the ingredients actually cook throughout. And then I throw it in the middle as well. Now, I don't have the best pans in the world, so therefore my omelet most likely will break. But, it is what it is. The cheese that we want to use today. We're going to go with a blend of Monterey Jack, mild cheddar, asadero, and queso. Now, I haven't played last night. Usually on my nights off when I'm not working, I do basically step away from the game itself. So I don't know everything that happened last night. However, I did see that a silent carrier went down. So, and that was right in the heart of Declan. Let's move this right in. To the side for garnish. This is definitely not the can to use. I wish during this the live that the chat would actually stay up, but unfortunately it doesn't. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, and the reason that I'm actually doing this whole thing is there was for a while I was hanging out on the Gulag server, and every morning we would just sit there and talk in comms while I was cooking an omelet. So I just, figured, why don't I just live stream this one day instead? Figured it'd be fun. You do not have my good glass plate. You go with a green plastic variety plate today. Gulag gang. Let me know if the sound cuts out because it seems like my Bluetooth keeps going in and out. Next time I'll just I'll bring my good microphone out. But seeing as this is the inaugural, you didn't see that. You did not see the butter fly off the knife onto the cutting board. That didn't happen. Yeah, is there any other games that everyone's interested in coming out in the near future? There we go. Let's bring this over. We're just cooking up our eggs mixture now. Actually, it would be better if I just spin the camera. There we go. I need to get a better stand too, apparently. Oh, they docked up. Was it a ratting fleet or was it a combat fleet? See, everyone keeps telling me about Second Galaxy. I never even knew of its existence until I started playing this game back in beta, where everyone was telling me that they were coming from Second Galaxy. Me myself, I'm actually excited for, because I'm a big nerd, the expansion of Final Fantasy XIV, the Endwalker DLC that's going to be coming out in the next week or so. Now I actually have time to play it, but Casper, you can actually have fun roaming Gen Space and Esoteric and Period Basin as well, because not only is Gen there, but Sixth Seal Alliance also has been prowling those regions over the last 2-3 weeks. Yeah, I enjoy Echoes myself, obviously. But I do need them to fix the server issue, because the current issue right now that the story I'm going to be breaking is that, like I said, the Chinese server just had their largest fight ever of 1,500. You can also see the video of it on Reddit. They just had a fight of 1500 versus 1500, a full cap system fight, and they your dinner's well. You know what? I always do. I sometimes do breakfast for dinner, bro. So you know. But yeah, like I said, the zero lag, zero black screens, and you can see this right from the video itself. And that's due to them having direct access to the servers, where we get the third-party servers with proxy. So, unfortunately, that's why we don't get the good fights anymore. Because no one actually wants to do a large fight if all they're going to do is black screen, because then it's just, you know, RNG if you're going to die or not. Because you're going to black out, you're going to, you know, something's going to happen where you're not going to be able to control your own ship. You don't have a chance. It's basically whoever gets lucky enough to stay on grid wins the fight. Alright, let's see how we're doing here. Doing pretty good. Alright, cheese mother, we're going to fold this, and that's where I usually break it and screw this up. But, let's see what happens. So what else is going on in everyone's lives this midweek? Anything fun and exciting? There we go. Gotta work with my spatula there for a second. And because I'm a dork and I forgot to actually add the filling inside the omelet. So we're going to have a deconstructed omelet where the filling is on the outside. And this is what we look at final right now. I usually make it prettier. Like I said, I usually don't forget the filling, but I just added the cheese in there. Yeah, well, you know, it's my first breakfast stream, where it should be brunch right now because it's like 11:30. But well, if they add any, I'm waiting for them to add more content. This fucking piece of thing. As soon as they add more content, we'll have more things to do in the game. If they actually add incursions, there is some things on the event. They do say that their next event is going to be a heavy PvP inspired event. So we don't know if that's going to be a cash grab or not. What else? They do have some solo exploration content coming out with this new GravWave analyzer. I just wanted them to bring in wormholes, to tell you the truth. Like retiring to a nice C3. You still do a carrier and stuff like that inside the wormhole. Because, I mean, I'm still having fun right now, fighting, roaming around and whatnot. But other than that, I'm not so much a solo player. I enjoy small gang warfare. That's my favorite content. But a little bit of everything, you know. I do my alts also do industry. However, they're woefully way behind everyone else's industry. Let's see what the chat said. Exactly, exactly. We're not going to be having those big battles until they fix the servers. You know, they actually went on record saying they have no plans on bringing bombs into the game, which is odd. Why would you have a bomber that can't use bombs? They're also not planning on bringing smart bombs as a interceptor deterrent into the game as well. Jump freighters, they have no plans on bringing jump freighters into the game. As someone said on the content creator channel, that they're focusing on where Eve was a decade ago, even 15 years ago. And they really should be adapting more of the changes that Eve has made over the last decade. Well, we're all hoping for another balance, but right now, the devs even said that they're not doing a balance until April, May, which I don't know, man. That's a long ways out for a balance. I know they only want to do two balances a year, but to push an entire balance cycle 6 months back just to bring out broken carriers and caps, it didn't make sense to me. And as you see with this new patch update, they had to fix a bunch of things with caps. Killmark Collector even went on record saying that yes, some of the changes are good. However, there is no cap stability anymore for capitals with the new changes to the shield boosters and the armor reps. I'm wondering right now what I'm doing. I'm just making a side, just doing some fried some potatoes. Oh, exactly. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is either. Why they but people are still, people are still vying for their solve. But I admit, there's no point in doing a big battle because all it is black screens and lag. I got a top of the line phone. I can't even do a huge ass battle. That's why I stopped attending them. There's no point in showing up if you can't do anything. But there's a lot of gripes about the game right now, and like you said, yeah, players are leaving in masses. They won't even give us the numbers. I've asked them several times if they can give us some kind of player retention numbers, and they're not going to give up that information because they don't want the player base to know how many people are actually leaving the game. Now, there are people out there saying, "Oh, people aren't leaving the game. The game is in a healthy spot," but really, it's not. Well, like I said, the my thing is small gang warfare. That's where my heart is. I enjoy that, and I do enjoy a good gate camp here and there. It depends on the people you're spending it with. To me, gate camp is just basically just hanging around, BSing with your friends. Maybe there's something that shows up that you can kill. I mean, obviously, you want something that kill. If you're just on a gate camp on a gate with no action, there's no point in having a gate camp. Oh, I know exactly. The devs are definitely looking at money, and that's I feel especially jaded since the other server has no issues, and we basically funded this title for NetEase solely on our server with all the issues that I have, and there's no changes looking to be made in the near future. So I've actually, in the content creator section, I've actually called out not only Joseph, the community manager, but also several of the devs. If they want to give me any kind of statement before I go live with the story of exactly what's going on in the Chinese server as opposed to our server. But like I said, I'm going to try to break this down in the next video. They would make a hell of a lot more if they fixed the stability. If they just focused on fixing the bugs in the game and the server issues, then they can blast media and do basically a recruitment drive to get players for the game. Hey, Scott, what's happening? Where do you go? Oh, that's exactly it. Yeah, exactly. They have to focus on. There has to be a balance. It can't just be give me everything in your wallet for no you know for nothing out of it. They need to fix these issues so that we can have the big battles. We can have the fun. I mean, if you look at it, they actually advertised this game as massively 1,500 player battles. Nah, dude. Maybe on their server. Well, I know they are supposed to be coming out with ECM drones in the near future. Um, I believe sensor jamming and weapon tracking drones. Basically, all the ECM drones from EVE Online. They're planning on bringing those over, as well as I think scavenger drones or mining drones. But other than that, they really, and Skillet can even attest this, they rarely tell us anything. The devs do not talk to us. We get announcements, and it's hardly ever a one-on-one or even a group discussion with them about actually what's going on in the game and how they can fix it. But that is, it is what it is. And here's the final product. This is not my best plate in the world. And like I said, I forgot to actually add the stuffing into the egg, so it's a deconstructed omelet, I guess. It's a fancy way of saying I forgot. Yeah, exactly. We beg them. We even tell them, listen, give us information beforehand. We can do some hype videos, so that the community doesn't want to lynch you 24/7. They don't even do that. They make the announcement, then they tell us. It's like, why are we even like? Why do you even have a separate section for us? We can just make our own Discord group and talk amongst ourselves as content creators. We don't need to be on the official Discord because you don't talk to us. The only thing that we get out of it is we get access to the Fulmination test server where we can get God mode, where we give codes and we can spawn basically anything in the game to make advanced videos. But to be completely honest with you, I have actually spent 20 minutes on that server, and that's when it was first introduced over a year ago. Oh, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. But they don't, and I've brought this up to them several times. They don't take advantage of us. They couldn't give a shit about us. Hell, I mean, I've gone on several videos blasting NetEase. There's been no repercussions because they honestly don't watch our material. So it is what it is. Hopefully, we can get things rolling. I wish I had better news for everybody, but yeah, I'll keep as soon as I keep learning information, I'll keep putting it out there. And appreciate you all stopping by. I'm actually going to eat this food now before it gets cold because I am hungry, and I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. So I hope you all have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. If I don't talk to you before that, great weekend. Fly safe, and you know what to do. All right, guys. Thanks.